Is the Super Mario Galaxy movie better than the first? Is there such a thing as too much nostalgia? Mario Galaxy isn't a bad movie, but it's not good either. It can be fun, but that's all it is. Something you enjoy and forget the moment you leave the theater. And that's disappointing. The biggest issue is that the film does not have an identity beyond nostalgia. It barely feels like it has a story. Instead, it comes across like a bunch of scenes stitched together, like scrolling through TikTok. Quick dopamine hits that feel good for a second, and then you forget them. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy a bit of nostalgia now and then, but when I left the theater, I struggled to figure out what this movie's identity even was, because it felt like I'd already seen it before. When there are this many callbacks and references, there's no room left for moments to actually stand out. Who said this movie couldn't have a new villain or an original story? This was the chance for Mario to become a true film franchise and do something different. I'm not asking for a realistic and gritty take on Mario, but maybe that could work.
It's a Luigi time.
What is that thing?
Goomba.
It feels like these Mario movies will never fully stand on their own. They'll always just be remixed versions of the games. For people who don't regularly play Mario games, these callbacks might be enough. But as a Mario fan, I wanted a movie that made me feel like replaying Super Mario Galaxy, and I didn't get that. If you're asking me, we might need a warrant for Mario's arrest, charged with criminal negligence of the plot.
He's got a wrench! Take him down! No! Sons of a bitches! You'll never take me alive! You mother...
Mario Galaxy feels rushed, like it's trying to check off a list of nostalgic moments. And like doing drugs, too much of it is a bad thing, and the more you do of it, the less it hits. I know what you're going to say. It's a kid's movie. Well, I still consider myself a 26-year-old kid, but I don't think kids' movie is an excuse anymore. Pixar proves that films can appeal to both kids and adults. Movies should be for everyone. Kids aren't the only audience, and they deserve stories with meaning, something deeper than just good guy beats bad guy. Since there's no story, Super Mario Galaxy leans entirely on action. That works in a Mario game because you're in control. You can die. That's where the fun comes from. But it doesn't work the same way in a movie. It starts to feel like a montage that never ends. Alright, I need a quick hit of a Mario action sequence. My dopamine levels are dropping.
Here we go!
Mario Galaxy blurs the line between a game and a film, and it feels like 80% video game and 20% movie. At one point, I actually found myself thinking, why not just play the games instead? That would honestly be more fun. Nothing in this film really surprises you, except how much nostalgia is packed in. And ironically, it doesn't even fully deliver the Super Mario Galaxy experience. It uses the music, Rosalina, and the Lumas, but doesn't truly commit to those ideas. It feels more like marketing than storytelling. Rosalina, for example, only appears at the beginning and the end of the film. For simps like me, we hoped she would be a main character like the trailers made it seem. But if she's barely in the film, can you really call this a Super Mario Galaxy movie? Then what am I even watching?
Stop calling me mommy. I'm not that attractive.
Mamma mia!
What made the original game so special was its sense of exploration and wonder, and also its surprising difficulty. I've been replaying it and almost threw my controller a few times. What can I say? I hate motion controls. Sequels are hard to get right. Some try to go bigger, others go deeper. Sequels need to expand on the characters and give us more reasons to care. In Mario Galaxy, I didn't learn anything new about Mario, Luigi, or anyone else. Yes, Mario likes Peach, but I hope everyone knows that by now. I really hope Mario doesn't kill me for revealing his secret.
Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god!
If you're enjoying this video, smash the like button and subscribe to become a nerd. Without an emotional core, Mario Galaxy starts to feel hollow. There's no character development. That's fine in a game, but not in a movie. Instead, the film confuses introducing new characters with having a story. A quick appearance from Star Fox delivering exposition isn't a plot. He could have been replaced with anyone, and nothing would change. And honestly, he felt more interesting than Mario in his own movie, which is kind of wild. There are interesting ideas in Mario Galaxy. Bowser and Bowser Jr.'s relationship hints at a story about fatherhood, which could have been great. A plot centered on Bowser learning to be a better father is what we should have got. But that idea is barely explored. Bowser and Bowser Jr. get one flashback moment, and then the movie goes right back to being mindless action. With a few changes, that could have been the heart of the film. There's only so many times you can watch Mario and Bowser, fight before it gets repetitive. The games never made it feel tiring, but here, it is. Because again, there's nothing underneath the action.
Why did you make me do this? You're fighting, so you can watch me endlessly rescue Peach. Think, Bowser.
When the Super Mario movie came out, it worked. It introduced the Mushroom Kingdom, grounded Mario and Luigi as plumbers, and made their world feel real. It showed why Mario is such a great character, even for new audiences. It proved that Mario could work in a movie. Getting the first film right is important, but the second film is what proves it wasn't just luck. After the success of the first movie, I was worried Nintendo might lose sight of what made it work, that they'd rush into something bigger, but emptier. I guess I was worried that all the success had gone to Mario's head. In the end, Mario Galaxy isn't a terrible movie, but it's a disappointing one. It proves that you can't rely on nostalgia alone to carry a film. A great sequel should build on what came before, not just repeat it. It should take risks. Mario Galaxy had the chance to show what this franchise could become, but instead, it plays it safe. It gives us familiar moments instead of meaningful ones. Because at a certain point, nostalgia is like grabbing a mushroom when you're already powered up. It should feel exciting, but it doesn't do anything anymore. So what did you think of the Super Mario Galaxy movie? Is there too much nostalgia, or not enough? And who would you simp for? Peach or Rosalina? Let me know in the comments. And remember, I'm just another nerd. Stay nerdy out there.